I'm so sorry, Codex. You're the first one of your tribe that anyone's even seen in centuries.
No. No, I don't believe you. They must be alive. Somehow. Just go away. Leave me alone. You should have left me out there to die.
Quit moping! At least you were honest. It would have been cruel to give her false hope.
Yeah? Well, I broke her heart. How kind was that? She's lost her whole family, and now she doesn't even have a home to go back to. Damn it. Always knew I'd make an awful cleric.
Suck it up, Buttercup! You have work to do.
Review? Oh, crap! Oh, it's Friday, isn't it? Guess I better get my game face on. Lenore.
Yep.
Keep an eye on Codex. I don't want her to do anything crazy while I try to come up with a solution. Showtime. Happy holidays, fair readers! Welcome to the 5 weeks of Christmas. I'm Jane Grey, and I'm back. I come bringing gifts of seasonal book reviews to either warm your hearts or make you reach for another glass of your grandmother's special eggnog. So, let's see what we have on the roster today. Mistletoe Murder by Leslie Meyer. Cute! Let's get this show on the road. Now, I'll admit, I'm a sucker for the cozy mystery subgenre. I'm not really a big fan of Patterson, Clancy, or the rest of the thriller types. I like a little heart and charm. So I was interested when I found this on a list of holiday-themed mystery novels. But Jane, I hear you cry. What in the name of all the gods is a cozy mystery? Well, the basic explanation is, a cozy mystery is one in which sex or violence is never explicit and is downplayed or treated in an amusing fashion. The main character is usually an amateur sleuth, and it's usually in a small and intimate community. There are also often themes revolving around the amateur sleuth's occupations, such as food, books, needlework, or other such calm pastimes. Murder, She Wrote is a famous TV example from the US, and the most famous example is My Homegirl, Miss Jane Marple, written by that grande dame of mystery, Agatha Christie. Well, I could only find one fantasy novel that fit the bill this month anyway. Okay, two. But I'm not really inclined to review something as famous or as obvious as Dickens' A Christmas Carol. So maybe I could tackle the mystery of Edwin Drood someday. The story begins with our heroine, mother of three and customer service associate, Lucy Stone, at the end of a workday around the winter holidays. Aw, she's modern. I was hoping this would be like the Jane Austen mysteries.
Nerd.
Can it, you? Can't tell me that a famous suffragette solving a murder mystery wouldn't be a cool story. Lucy comes upon her boss, sitting in his car, dead. Someone has used a hose to pump the car exhaust into the car, killing him. The murder rocks the community. Not only was he well liked in the sleepy little Maine town of Tinker's Cove, but he owned the company that employed many of the locals. The kooky, unconventional town preacher is the one who first suggests that the culprit may be an outsider, but there are still plausible choices among the townies. The victim's gold-digging drama queen widow, his overlooked brother, the guy sexually harassing Lucy at work, whoever it was that killed Lucy's family cat. Wait, what? Oh, my bad. That's the red herring story motivator. Yeah, both the unprofessional work atmosphere and the cat are plot points. Sort of. First, it looks like Kitty got hit by a car. And since I know at least one of my fans, hi Mom, is gonna demand this gag. Somebody's moggy by the side of the road. Somebody's putty who forgot his highway code. Somebody's kitten who just ran out of luck when he ran into the highway and he argued with a truck. It soon discovered, however, that the cat was, in fact, strangled with a piece of cord. Oh, God. Poor kitty. Give me a second, guys. There's something I have to do. Kitty. Kitty, kitty. Aw, who's a sweet, fuzzy kitten? Mama loves you, sweet, fuzzy kitten. Mother of moles! Yeah, word to the wise. Your average house cat is indifferent to human suffering and angst. Meanwhile, at work, Lucy gets felt up by the office manager and has a scare when, after she tells him to go suck eggs, people start getting laid off. At a Cub Scout outing, Lucy gets a chance to talk to the sheriff, who suspects that the outsider was a hitman selected from a mercenary magazine. I don't know what's worse, that a cop suggests this, or that it actually gets treated as a plausible solution. Wait, no it doesn't. It's barely half of the way into the book, and come on now, guys. Look at the dang cover art. A snowman ornament. No amount of skull appliques is going to convince me that a book with a snowman on a turquoise cover is the kind of book where Hitman is a convincing answer to the mystery. This is a cozy mystery. The kind of mystery you read over a cup of coffee in a pink mug while curled up on an overstuffed sofa. If you want Hitmen, you have the wrong bloody subgenre. Sweet Mistra, I need a drink. Lenore, go to commercial. I have a headache with rum written all over it. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Grab your poison of choice and stay tuned. So, call me crazy, but I count 3 unlikely murderers in this novel. Yes, 3. And the number keeps climbing. This does not bode well. I am not impressed. Come on, Ms. Meyer. Give me something to go on. I hate feeling like I'm being treated like a moron. Lucy goes down to a really rough rural area to pick up the kittens that will replace the last cat and becomes acquainted with an impoverished single mother. Christmas morning dawns with a wonderful scene of a happy family celebrating together. The mood is then quickly spoiled by the sheriff being in a car accident that is clearly not an accident, leaving him in a coma. Then the story stalls out for a few days in book time while Lucy goes and looks after the sheriff's kids for his wife. When the book actually gets started again, Lucy winds up calling a bunch of hitmen she finds ads for in the mercenary magazine, hoping she'll find the killer. She manages to get an amateur who's never killed anyone before, 2 professional dominants, a guy who sounds like he got hit one too many times with the Military Channel's Best of VHS collection, and one promising option who's never even heard of her little town. I'm just gonna let that sink in for a minute. She called up hitmen, or people she thought were hitmen, hoping to find the killer. After that stellar example of logic and good sense, Lucy takes a bag of hand-me-down clothing to the home where she got the kittens, and is attacked by a dog and a man with a gun. The man with the gun is stopped by the single mother, then shoots his dog and wanders off. The man turns out to be... dun dun dun! The office manager's mentally challenged brother. What does this have to do with the story? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Remember how I said that this book seemed cute? The cute is wearing thin. But no worries, book's almost over. Lucy goes to the hospital to see the sheriff, and he opens his eyes, which is great for a coma patient. But then his wife breaks down and... Whoops! We're gonna give a spoiler here, people, so if, after all this, you still want to read the book and you don't want the ending spoiled for you, mute this video, take out your headphones, stick your fingers in your ears, and wait until the video comes back. Everybody else, here it comes. The kooky preacher has suggested that the sheriff's wife pull the plug on him and let him die. Suspicious, Lucy goes by the rectory and finds that the preacher's equally kooky wife has used a bit of the same hose that was used to kill the boss in a sculpture she did. Also, she's dead by hanging herself. The preacher was having an affair with the boss's wife and killed the boss to get her out of the marriage. The police stage a sting, catching the preacher in the act in time for the sheriff to wake up fully. The story itself isn't so bad. Lucy wants to help solve the case of her boss's murder, but it's the holidays and she's up to her eyebrows and stuff to do. I can sympathize. I mean, this week I have to order gifts for people, buy the roasts, yes, plural, get the tree up and decorated.
Jane?
Oh, right, review. Like I said, decent narrative. But the mystery falls flat. The suspects aren't all plausible, and the murderer isn't one of them. Maybe I missed something, but the murderer comes out of left field. This wouldn't have been so awful if the story had maybe steered us to another option. Then the revelation might have been exciting and entertaining. I found it all a bit dull, like a Lifetime movie. There really isn't much more I can say about this. I'm gonna give it a red star. As cute as this book is, I can't really recommend it to anyone. That's all the time we have for this week. Join us next week as we continue the 5 weeks of Christmas, hopefully with a better book. Until then, I'm Jane Grey, wishing you a good book to curl up with. Bye!
Oh, sisters, too, how may we do for to preserve this day? This poor youngling.
How's she holding up, Lenore?
No change. Should I send for a shrink?
Yeah, sure.
Jane?
I know what that feels like, Lenore. To be cut off. To not feel like you have anywhere to go or anyone you can really talk to. It's a dreadful thing, being alone in a crowd.
Hey, Jane? You okay? You're acting kind of weird.
Just remembering what it was like to be a dusty old book forgotten on the...
Yeah? Go on.
That's it. That's it! Lenore, I need you to run a scan on the whole hoard. Don't stop until you've scoured every last shelf.
That'll take weeks.
Please, just try, Lenore. I'll do as much as I possibly can to help, but we have to look.
Look for what?
I'm thinking Codex either got lucky or she wound up in Foxhole for a reason. I'm gonna make her first Christmas in Foxhole the best ever if it kills me.
And what if you don't find what you're looking for?
Then I'll work something out. But I have to try.